So I have questions. What is the lie about the food environment?
The biggest lie is that all food is safe. Yep. So there's processed meats. Sugar's a biggie. The toxic oils and donuts, juice boxes, horrific.
Meet Dr. Mindy Pelz, a world-renowned nutritionist, functional women health expert, and best-selling author. She has provided her services to well-known individuals like entertainer Leanne Rimes, former race car driver Danica Patrick, and famous influencer Jesse Itzler. Being a graduate of the University of Kansas and a doctor of chiropractic, Dr. Pelz has authored the 2023 best-selling book, Fast Like a Girl, and another one, The Menopause Reset. Dr. Mindy Pelz's podcast, The Resetter Podcast, has earned a spot in Apple's list of top 20 leading science podcasts. Furthermore, she is also a faculty member of American Academy of Anti-Aging. In her multiple podcasts, she has discussed general health management and ways to combat chronic diseases like cancer. In this video, we will walk you through Dr. Pelz's recommended top 5 foods that starve cancer cells and reduce inflammation. Beyond that, these foods will also combat the free radicals that might elevate the risk of other chronic diseases. But that's not all. Apart from these cancer-starving foods, we will also talk about one more commonly used anti-cancer ingredient. So make sure to watch this video until the end. But let's first have a look at the connection between cancer and inflammation. Inflammation occurs in the body when the tissues are damaged due to physical injury, ischemic injury, exposure to toxins, or other reasons. Body's inflammation automatically triggers cellular changes and immunity responses that result in the repair of damaged tissues and cell proliferation. However, when inflammation becomes severe, it gives rise to cell mutation and proliferation, which helps in the formation of an ideal environment for cancer development. Fortunately, body's inflammation and cancer development can be avoided through a healthy diet consisting of the following 5 foods. The first one on this list of anti-cancer foods is avocado. Avocados are both nutritious and delicious, thus becoming a staple in many households throughout the world. While there is a conflict between people about it being a fruit or vegetable, avocados are actually fruits, particularly berries. Avocados are a rich source of healthy fats and fiber. Furthermore, they have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compounds that might help overcome chronic diseases. Avocados contain carotenoids like lutein, alpha-carotene, and beta-carotene, and other phenolic compounds. According to research, these carotenoids are found to have antioxidant properties that can safeguard against oxidative damage, which is the root cause of several chronic diseases. The regular consumption of avocados may elevate the body's antioxidant defenses. One study showed that carotenoids in avocados might hinder cancer progression. In 2023, a research review was conducted among 45,289 men and 67,039 women to discover the link between avocado consumption and cancer development. The study revealed that men who had at least one weekly serving of avocados had lowered down the likelihood of colorectal, lung, and bladder cancer.
I love breaking a fast with fat. Why would you break a fast with fat? The reason is it kills the hunger hormone. So it'll shut off the hunger hormone. You say, okay, I'm gonna eat fat first, and then I'm gonna wait an hour before I eat anything else. If you do that little trick, you're gonna find within an hour, you're not gonna wanna eat what you thought you might wanna eat. That immediate desire to boomerang will go away. I often break my fast with an avocado. Super easy, just cut it in half, eat it.
Dr. Mindy Pelz prefers to break her fast in the morning by having avocados for breakfast. She sometimes eats it plain while other times has it with probiotic foods, kimchi, and sauerkraut. Aside from being an anti-cancer fruit, avocados also help her lose weight by killing the hunger hormones. Besides everything, avocados are loaded with a good range of nutrients that modern diets might be missing. They have fats, fiber, carbs, proteins, vitamins C, E, K, B2, B3, B5, B6, magnesium, potassium, folate, copper, and manganese. One can consume it raw like Dr. Pelz, or use it in salads or on toasts. Before we move on, please note that this information is for educational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult a qualified healthcare provider before making changes to your diet or starting new supplements. The second most important food on this list is cacao. Cacao is a small tree that gives cacao or cocoa beans. People have been using cacao for centuries as natural medicines. Cacao beans go through a process of fermentation, which gives them texture and taste. Raw cacao is highly bitter in taste. However, it is rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. Therefore, its powder can be added to different foods for health purposes. Dark chocolate with cacao is more likely a healthy treat than a harmful snack since it has anti-cancer properties. By having dark chocolate, one can neutralize the free radicals in the body that otherwise might lead to the onset of cancer. The antioxidants inside the dark chocolate or cacao are flavonoids, which help boost the body's defenses against free radical damage. According to research, flavonoids have been proven to have a significant amount of anti-cancer effects. They balance out the harmful molecules in the body known as ROS, reactive oxygen species, by triggering the production of certain enzymes. Moreover, they also block the cancer cells from dividing further, giving rise to the processes like apoptosis and autophagy, while putting an end to the growth and expansion of cancer cells. Surprisingly, flavonoids are dual nature while interacting with the ROS. With healthy cells, they work as antioxidants to protect them from damage. However, they become powerful pro-oxidants around the cancer cells. This dual role shift causes the cancer cells to self-destruct in the process of apoptosis.
Went in and did research on what chocolate does for autophagy. Now, that doesn't mean you go out and eat a Mars bar. I would prefer that you would go after clean cacao sources. So, a couple different things that you can look for when you're buying chocolate. You can look for the word cacao, and the number one ingredient is cacao.
Dr. Mindy Pelz recommends having dark chocolate. However, she advises to make sure that it has cacao as an ingredient and low sugar content. Furthermore, avoid consuming milk chocolate since it carries lesser flavonoids compared to dark chocolate. Compared to cocoa, cacao powder offers more nutrients. It has manganese, fiber, potassium, iron, phosphorus, and magnesium. One can use it in different recipes or in smoothies, oatmeal, and shakes. The third food on this list is a beverage that the majority of people already consume: coffee. Coffee is a beverage best used to improve focus and overall energy levels. In fact, a majority of people rely on a coffee mug as soon as they wake up to start their day better. However, coffee isn't only limited to energizing effects, it has several other health benefits, including the potential to fight or prevent cancer. A 2019 research study showed that coffee may lower the risk of liver cancer. In 2015, a research was conducted among the multi-ethnic population of the USA, which showed that having 2 to 3 cups of coffee on a daily basis eliminated the risk of developing hepatocellular carcinoma, liver cancer, by 38% and chronic liver disease by 46% as well. Coffee also induces the process of autophagy by slowing down the METORC1 protein capable of negatively influencing autophagy, which happens often during the availability of nutrients like amino acids and lipids. In addition, coffee beans are also rich in polyphenols, which, apart from working as antioxidants in the body, also trigger autophagy. Polyphenols work by safeguarding the body against the free radical damage, which also gives rise to inflammation.
Study out of Cell Cycle in 2014, and they found that 1 to 4 hours after you drank coffee, they noticed an increase in autophagy in the liver, in muscle tissue, and in your heart, in heart tissue. Here are my recommendations for coffee. They need to be organic. So we know pesticides.
Dr. Mindy Pelz says that coffee can increase the autophagy in the body. However, she advises to search for organic coffee, which is free from any pesticides since they can induce cell death and release toxins in the body, further elevating the chances of cancer development. Furthermore, Dr. Pelz suggests that one should opt for black coffee and consume it in their fasting periods to get the maximum benefits. 100 milliliters of black coffee has a slight amount of calories, but with the addition of cream or sugar, the amount of calories and sugar content also increases. Therefore, Dr. Pelz recommends getting tested for blood sugar levels before consuming black coffee with cream and sugar. The next beverage on this list is green tea, or Chinese tea. Green tea is prepared from the unfermented leaves of an Asian plant. This beverage has been used as a medicine for centuries across Japan and China. Therefore, green tea is considered one of the healthiest beverages in the world. It offers a great deal of health benefits, including the healthy weight management, cognition, and prevention of cancer. Research suggests that consuming green tea can reduce the risk of developing some types of cancer, like lung cancer and ovarian cancer. The plant from which green tea is prepared is called Camellia sinensis. According to the scientists and research, C. sinensis contains polyphenols including catechins, a group of potent antioxidants which might be able to slow down cancer cell proliferation. Catechins may also interfere with the development of breast, colorectal, prostate, liver, lung, and esophageal cancers. Other experimental and non-experimental epidemiological studies have discovered that green tea might hold anti-cancer properties.
It's a great alternative if you don't want to get too much stimulation from coffee. Nutrient Journal 2019 did a study on the neuroprotective effects of green tea. They also found that it stimulates autophagy in any cell that it was exposed to. It's one of those universal stimulators of autophagy.
Dr. Mindy Pelz mentioned the research conducted on green tea's neuroprotective effects, which found it to be an autophagy stimulator. There are conflicting views on how many cups of green tea one should consume each day. However, it is generally recommended to have 3 to 5 cups a day to acquire the maximum benefits. Some green teas have caffeine in them, which might keep you awake if you drink it before sleeping. However, there are decaffeinated green teas too. Before purchasing any green tea, one should have a look at the ingredient list to ensure that it is decaffeinated and organic. Now, if you'd like to dive deeper into how diet can be a way to reduce the risk of cancer, consider subscribing to the QuickTime newsletter below. Every week, you'll get expert tips, tasty recipes, and practical steps for a longer, healthier life, straight to your inbox. The last food on our groundbreaking list is olive oil. Olive oil is extracted from the olives, which are rich in monounsaturated fatty acids. These fatty acids have a potential to lower cholesterol levels, as well as have anti-inflammatory properties. While olive oil is commonly used in cooking, many people have been using it as a medicine to treat and prevent chronic diseases. The 71% part of olive oil is made up of oleic acid, a monounsaturated fatty acid. The rest of the oil is polyunsaturated and saturated. According to studies, oleic acid is effective in eliminating inflammation and oxidative stress, while also impacting the genes linked to cancer. Chronic inflammation is the root cause of many chronic health issues like cancer. Extra virgin olive is the perfect choice for reducing body's inflammation. Oleocanthal is the main anti-inflammatory compound that almost acts like ibuprofen, which is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. The cancer development rate in the Mediterranean countries is much lower. According to the experts, people from these countries have diets in which olive oil is mandatory. A 2022 research discovered that individuals who consumed large quantities of olive oil had 31% less likelihood of developing cancer.
You want to make sure that it's organic. You want to make sure that it's never rancid, so you want to smell it. Like, it shouldn't live in your countertop. It shouldn't live in your cupboards for a long time. If it goes rancid, it's not going to stimulate autophagy. It'll actually create cellular inflammation.
Dr. Mindy Pelz advises to look for organic olive oil and ensure to store it somewhere it doesn't go rancid. Otherwise, it might lose potential to trigger autophagy. Furthermore, the rancid olive oil may also give rise to cellular inflammation. One can consume a tablespoon of raw olive oil daily to reap maximum benefits. These were the 5 highly recommended foods with anti-cancer properties by Dr. Mindy Pelz. However, she has discussed one additional ingredient which we usually use in our dishes.
The research done on turmeric is showing that it increases autophagy in pancreatic cells. They also did a study in 2019 on a tick-borne disease and found that curcumin inhibited the proliferation of the disease by stimulating apoptosis, which is cell death, and by stimulating autophagy in other cells, which cleans the cell up.